Good morning, guys, and welcome back again to our channel. And for today, I just want to give you some updates with what is happening now here in our garden in the very middle of winter. And next month, August, in just few days, it will be the last month of winter here in New Zealand, but I just want to give you some updates as well with what is happening now here in our garden and what you can expect, and also some new plants and also my garden plans for this upcoming season here in New Zealand. And I just want to show you also what I did now in here. As you can see, by the way, it's been really rainy. It's blue skies here. There's a bit of sun there, but it's still very cloudy, and as you can see, it's wet because it's gonna be sunny and then rainy and then sunny again and rainy and a bit windy as well. As you can see, the wind blows. And right now I just want to show you what I did in here on my last video. If you remember from my last video, I have purchased some new roses this season here in our garden. I had this adorable parfuma, which is from Cordes, one of the most prolific roses I've had here in our garden, and also very fragrant one. So I decided to make it a couple and bought this one. Look at this one. The only thing that I'm worried about is because this one is starting to now become a bit bushy. I really, as much as possible, I really want my roses to bloom all at the same time, and then I'll cut them back, and then I'll have my dahlias to shoot up after the roses. However, that's the case now. I also have this Gabriel oak, by the way. So they are starting to become bushy now because these are the newest roses that I have here in our garden that were already cut before. I think they they've been cut before June, because I remember I bought this one back in June. Some my two Gabriel oaks. So there are two types of Gabriel oaks that I have in here. One is the smaller one, the cheaper version, and then I also bought the more expensive one, which is the one that looks a bit more matured. As you can see, this one has more branches than the other ones. I also have this Eustacia Vi, and as you can see, this one is also looking more matured than the other. I have another Eustacia Vi down there, but actually I have two of matured Eustacia Vi and one cheaper one. I also bought this one, guys, by the way. This is called Blue Wonder Nepeta. So I bought three of those. So these are the tiny Nepitas, and I'm really hoping that these will perform well here in our garden. And by the way, I can't really hide my happiness with this one. This is my Hokey Pokey. So I already had my Hokey Pokeys here in our garden, but when I saw this one, I just can't resist it, because look at that. Look how many canes down there at the base. So I thought, oh, it would be nice probably to have something, another one here in our garden. So I replaced the one that was originally planted here and moved that into here. So these are my old Hokey Pokeys, and I think I have this one for maybe a couple of years now. And look at that, I just cut this one 2-3 weeks ago, and it's now starting to show some new growth. I'm actually wondering, what if I cut this one a bit further down, just like the ones that you can buy from the shop, but I don't know, maybe I'll just leave it like that for the meantime. Let's see. And here is my other Hokey Pokey. Oh my god, look at that, I'm seeing these new canes down below. So I'm really hoping that this one will also continue. Shucks, I'm so happy now to see this. It's making my day. Look at that. I'm really happy that we have this new basil cane down there. Yeah, hopefully this one is a bigger one as well. And how about the other parts? No, I'm not seeing anything on the other parts. And now the sun is gone again, and here's the thick dark cloud. And anyway, let's continue. Even it's gonna be raining, I think, in next few minutes. I remove the other plant that was planted here, which was the Ace Vogel from Tantau, and I replace it with Matthew's rose, which is called My Grandma. And this one is really lovely too. I just think that it would probably nice to just plant this one down here and see how it performs when planted in the ground. It has been here in our garden for the past 3 or 4 years now, if I'm not mistaken, but unfortunately I was not really able to like really look after it. Well, I'm trying my best to look after them, but I think it's not happy to be planted in the pot, so I just decided to just move it here and see how it performs. Hopefully it will give us some nice and lots of flowers. It has nice flowers, but I'm really hoping that this time it will perform much better. And here's the other one as well. And this is my Earth Angel. This is, I think, the best performing rose I had from last year. As you can see, this is its first year here in our garden. First year, second season. So this coming spring, it will be the second season of this rose here. And I think of all my roses, this is the only one that I have not moved. So I'm really hoping that this one will give me some nice bloom. Look at that. Some really nice healthy canes from my Earth Angel. So I'm really hoping that this one is going to give us some nice flower show this coming season here in New Zealand. And as you can see, guys, on the other part, I planted 3 nepitas here. There's 1 there, 2 and 3. I'm thinking of doing the same thing here. I plant 1 there, 2, 3 and maybe 4. But I actually have this new nepita here. Look at this one. This one is called Nepeta 6 Hills Giant. Let me just show you. Yeah, that's the name. And I just bought 1, but now I'm thinking I should have bought 2. So I'm probably gonna go back later to the garden center and get another one, since they also send me a message that I have free voucher. And by the way, let me just show you also some of my new roses here. So this is my NZ Opera School. So this is one of the newest roses from Matthew's Roses here in New Zealand, which is the equivalent, I think. If there is David Austin in UK, we have Matthew's Roses here in New Zealand. So this is this one. That's the flower of my NZ Opera School. So it's a pure white, but it has a strong citrusy scent. So I'm really excited to see this one. And as mentioned, I have the adorable Parfuma, the Eustacia Vi as well. I'm really excited to see this one. And this one is my Samantha Jean, which is the reason I bought this one is because it's similar to Fairy Tale Magic, aka Bliss Parfuma. So yeah, next one is my The Poet's Wife. Hopefully the Poet's Wife will perform better here in our garden. This is one of my most favorite roses here in the garden, and this is from Tesselar. This one is called Berry Nice. So let me not very nice, showpiece berry. Let me just show you. I have a couple of those. So that's the one, showpiece berry. I have 2, so this is the other one and that's the other one. When I bought them 3 years ago, they were really tiny ones. They're cheap because they are tiny, but now they have really grown, so so matured. Look at that. And I'm really hoping that this season it will also give us some nice flower show. Um, it's kind of similar to the photo actually of um, Gabriel Oak. I was initially planning not to buy Gabriel Oak anymore because I have this showpiece berry, but I have always been curious what it's like to see the performance of Gabriel Oak. Let me just cover this one because I think something is, I don't understand, but there's something digging. Look at that. There's lots of holes in this part of our garden, and I don't understand what was that. Something is digging the garden, and yeah, I had to find out what that one is. I assume that's probably the, what do you call this one, the I forgot the name of that one, but anyway, when I remember, it's like a little tiny animal that looks like a rat. I forgot what was that. Anyway, let me just continue. So here's my other earth angel that also performed well, but I move it here, but I'm hoping that this one will also perform well next season, because it did actually perform well last season. But as you can see, it also has some nice new canes, so hopefully we'll see something good, some good performance from this rose this coming spring. Look at this one, my cafe au lait, giving me one almost single flower here. Speaking of dahlias, I have started dividing some of my dahlias. Look at that. So that is my Wizard of Oz. I move my other my grandma standard rose, the 3 rose, which is similar to those that I moved down there and planted it there. That one used to be planted in front of our gate, but it's not performing there. I think it's not getting lots of sun. Hopefully this one will perform better now that I move it here, and also healthier soil, brighter, getting morning sun. And with that, going to the next plant, I have this other Matthews rose, which is called My Dad, and this one also performed really nice here in our garden. And yeah, so I'm really hoping that we'll see some nice performance now that this one has been moved to a much better place, and it's really producing masses and masses of flowers as well. It's probably on par with the Florebondaness of Adorable Parfuma Rose, which is the one that I have there. This one, my Dad Rose from Bob Matthews, is really producing plenty of flowers once it blooms. Unfortunately, last season I was not really able to look after this one well because I planted it somewhere there, and although that one is getting some morning sunlight, I think I was not able to really amend the soil. But now it's in the better place, better location, and better soil. Hopefully it performs well. Just down below here, I have the Santa Barbara Mexican bush. So this is a Mexican sage, and I can see that it's starting to produce some new growth down below. As you can see, guys, some new leaves coming out down there. So yeah, and here is my showpiece champagne that I think I have already moved 3 times. Luckily it is winter right now here in New Zealand, so I think roses do not mind being moved all the time. Oh, I have this Chippendale. Look at that. This is my Chippendale rose, which also I kind of neglected as well. I don't know, it was not happy to the in that place where I planted it. But yeah, hopefully this one will also perform well now that it's planted here. And I just planted together with the other Chippendale here next to each other. So let's see how it performs. And then I move these ones, my mini hydrangeas, together with my other mop head hydrangeas here. So hopefully we'll see an alternate color combination of red and yellow green limelight hydrangea there. So I can't wait to see that one too. I had this one as well. I created this little mini garden here, so hopefully we'll see some nice flowers here as well. Oh, ah, we will be going to Bunnings later, and I'm probably going to buy something to cover this one. Maybe a couple of layers of some bricks. Anyway, I'll show you that plan later. That will be my garden project later on. And as you can see, this one I have another hydrangea. So this is a limelight hydrangea too. I just removed some of the other plants in here, and yeah, let's see how this one performs, and also amended the soil, so hopefully we'll see some nice performance from this hydrangea. Luckily my partner tidied up this part already, because all the plants here were like really happy. Look at that, it was never been like this before. So I'm so happy that it looks so lush down here now, because before when I didn't install the water irrigation, nothing's growing here. But now I'm so glad that it is looking so lush down here. I just remember I planted my rose here. Oh, I think this rose is probably not gonna survive anymore. It's probably dead. But that's really my bad. I shouldn't have planted my rose here. But anyway, that's fine. It's gone. So here's the sun again. And then I moved some of my other hydrangeas down here, and my other roses here too. So this is my what is this rose again? This is my Lady Gardener. So hopefully we'll see some nice bloom from that one. This is my Tess of the Durbables and my other hydrangeas. I think these are my Venice hydrangeas. I don't have the tag. I think I lost the tags already. Let me try if I can find it. It's also a red flower hydrangea. Here, Venice. That's the one. So let me just place it there. So these are my Ace Vogel. So these are my roses from Tantao. So hopefully this one is also going to give us some good performance this season. And also planted my other Matches roses here in these two pots. And I have another David Austin rose here, which is called the LD Brightweight. You know what? I'm actually thinking, I'm planning to do a bit of experimentation. I will have some roses that are pruned, and I want to keep this one not pruned. I'm not going to cut any of these branches and just see how it's going to perform. I love LD Braithwaite. I think this is actually one of the reddest David Austin roses. Unfortunately, it doesn't have much fragrance, but I love that it's kind of prolific as well, and I love the redness of its flowers. So let's see. I'm not going to prune this rose and leave it. I'll just leave it just like that and see how it performs without being pruned. And then, yeah. So I think that would be all for today, guys. Today I'm just really trying to amend some of the soil and dividing some of my dahlia tubers. I have actually these dahlia tubers that I'm dividing right now with Miss Puspus down there. So this one of my seedlings. Look at that one. It looks like a mini version of Cafe Olay, and this one is the seedlings from my peaches and cream. So I'm really excited to see this one bloom again in our garden, and I was able to divide this one into four. So yes, I am gonna probably plant it somewhere just down here, but let's see what happens. And then it looks like my other climbing roses, my crown princess Margareta and Bathsheba, which is planted in these two pots. Hopefully they will also give us some nice performance, some nice flower show this season. Oh, this is actually what I totally forgot. I moved my pilgrim. The pilgrim rose is now planted down here, and hopefully this one will also give us some nice flower show this coming spring. And I'm really excited because look at that, all roses pruned. My climbing roses is already finally climbing this rose arch. So I'm really hoping that this one as well, this red rose, sympathy rose, I think this is also from Cordes if I'm not mistaken. Hopefully this one will perform well. And oh, this is actually one of my newest plants that I forgot to mention, guys. This one is called Bloomis ageratum, and that's the flower. So I thought that this is going to be a nice plant, companion plant with my roses, but I still don't know where to plant this one. But let's see, there's always a space here in the garden even though it's already crowded. So this one, guys, I have my Fairy Tale Magic or Bliss Parfuma here. And by the way, I also ordered 2 more roses, and I I didn't tell this one to my partner, but it's on the way this week. 2 roses. One is the Bush Fairy Tale Magic or Bliss Parfuma, and the other one is the Ancient Mariner. I never had Ancient Mariner here in our garden, but I just noticed its beauty recently, and I'm really hoping that probably I can plant it somewhere here next to the pilgrim. I just really want to, I don't know, I'm just imagining now having lots of yellow. Let me just take you here. I'm thinking of getting a bench down there, and maybe another small table here, just a bench and a table here. And then imagine, guys, I have yellow rose there from my poet's wife, and white rose there, and then there's the pink rose and red rose from my Gertrude Jekyll and Sympathy rose, surrounded by other peachy pink rose from Matthew's rose, my mom, and then Bliss Parfuma, and then I have my sweetheart there, and then in this pot, this yellow lemony color, the pilgrim. And imagine there is a bench there and small table there, and I just thought it probably a nice scenery to have something like that here in our garden. So I just can't wait, and yeah, I'm really hoping that that will happen here. And yeah, I just really want to enjoy the garden that way, sitting there, being surrounded by lots of flowers while having a cup of tea and chatting with friends. So yeah, that's the dream. Anyway, guys, I think that would be all for today, and I'm definitely gonna give you some more updates soon. And I'm really getting more and more excited now that the spring is approaching fast so soon. My God. And we will have some tulips. Don't forget the tulip show that we will have here in this part of our garden. Unfortunately, I didn't buy tulips in that side of the garden, but that's fine. I think this one here is enough. And yes, So I think that will be all for today, guys. And again, thank you very much for watching this video. If you have any questions about these plants, about my garden plants, please feel free to leave your comment in the comment section down below, and I would be glad to answer all of your questions. Thank you very much, and I'll see you again on my next one. Bye for now.